YouTube.
Which means
Look at how sparkly. It's like confetti.
That's
Which
an
is
awful
kind
fancy.
of like
I like
AJ's brand new song that dropped. See how I did that? No. Nope. Pick it up.
Gosh.
Is today the 11th?
All day.
Is it?
I tried this. Oh, I don't remember seeing this one.
I've done this one before too. But
Oh.
Aw,
Did you drop them all on the floor?
That's what I get for calling you smart butt. Yeah, I dropped it and then they all... Anyways, we got L'Oreal Paris's lipstick and ballerina shoes.
I don't know what you've been taking today, but I want some of it.
Why? Am I that bad?
Yes, you're like...
Is it like bad or is it like good?
It's fine, but it's just like it's so out of character for you to be like...
That I'm getting stuff done? You obviously don't see my day. I'm getting it done. I'm pumped. We have a great event coming up. We have an awesome guest on today. I'm excited. Excuse me for living.
Wow.
Just kidding. We're going on Facebook. This is going to be an interesting show.
Yes. You're acting like someone you hate.
Ew.
Or you hate becoming.
What? I'm acting like you? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Oh, fine. Well, you can't say that to me.
Funky slide guitar music that comes on every Monday through Friday live on live at 5 at IE Newswire on Twitch, Facebook, and
On YouTube, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and share us all over your world.
on a
Freaking awesome Friday!
awesome Friday of that. Going across the board, lots of stuff coming up on the board. We're going to have AJ Smith on. We haven't had him on in a while. I know that's why you're all excited and pumped up and
Why? Because we got
AJ's
Smith?
coming on. He's pretty cool.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
His new song dropped early too. People got a sneak peek of it. It's supposed to drop on Monday and it dropped today.
Anybody that plays the banjo and the mandolin is good in my book.
That's your go-to.
That
awesome.
Janae from Dorry's Barn Grill will be on in a little bit. A lot of news today. Let's get right into it. First on up on the deal, Texas filed a suit against 4 states alleging election fraud. The Supreme Court just threw that out today. Said they did not have standing, so there doesn't seem much in the way of Joe Biden get the Electoral College vote. The Electoral College will vote on Monday, the 23rd. They have to have them into Congress. Congress will convene on January 6th, 5th or 6th, I believe, and vote it in, and we shall see what happens then, but it looks like, barring some sort of overriding miracle, it looks like Joe Biden's going to be the next president of the United States. I know, I have the same, same on that. One thing,
But you know what? I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited to see how this just goes down. I mean, it might go down in flames, but I'm excited to see
it's going to be.
How it goes.
It is. Hey, we've survived a lot of things in the United States. I'm hoping we'll survive this, and maybe we'll come back stronger. And maybe we need a dose of this reality check to get it out. And that's why I want to start with this story. 30 states, people are leaving. More people are leaving than going on. And as we are broadcasting from and mine and yours, a native state, California, happens to be the biggest one. And you have the picture up there with the traffic and everything leaving. This is it. This is a state by United Van Lines. For those of you who don't know, United Van Lines is one of the biggest moving companies in the world. So they do a survey. It's their business. They got to know where to have trucks and people going and and how to price things and stuff. So this is what they do. California, people have very divided opinions about California, who's number one of people leaving. On one hand, the state boasts some of the best weather in the country, beautiful scenery, great food. Well, maybe if any of the restaurants can stay open, and some amazing cities. On the other hand, the state deals with a variety of issues that are driving residents away. California has some of the highest taxes in the country, incredibly high cost of living, and worst of all, astronomical housing prices that make an idea out of purchasing a home seem virtually impossible. The state used to be a destination for retirees. Now other states in the Pacific West and Mountain West are taking California's place. Yeah, that definitely bodes well, because especially retirees have a lot of discretionary income. Usually they don't have any kids. They have income coming in. They don't have a lot of expenses. They have a lot of money to spend on doing things. And if they're leaving California especially and retiring elsewhere, that has a profound effect on your economy. Well, Jennifer Newsom, the aforementioned second wife of Warden Newsom, or I don't want to call him what I'm thinking, governor, came out with this. This is a trailer of her film, The Great American Lie. We're going to play a little bit of this, and then we'll come back on the flip side. Here we go.
Do it yourself. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. When you don't have boots, it's hard.
Inequality is the issue of today.
We're nearing a place where half of America is living in poverty. That's got to be our top priority for the world's richest country.
The very richest Americans, those in the top 1%, have been gaining a larger and larger share of the economic pie, while the earnings of people in the middle of the income distribution have been stagnant, and the earnings of the people at the bottom of the income distribution have actually been falling.
That's not an income gap, that is an income canyon.
We're asking families of 4, 5, 6 to live on very low means. They cannot own. They, barely can rent.
140 million Americans are living one paycheck away or one child's illness away from complete financial devastation.
That's not really living, that's just not dying.
When the family you're born into, the zip code where you're born, determines your destiny, that tears at the fabric of the American dream.
What we need is one fair wage. Build the wall, we tear it down. We want to work.
No justice, no peace.
What we have to do as a society is stop being blind to history, stop being blind to systems. Understand that your privilege is actually built on my oppression.
I want to stop there of this whole whole
value
thing.
And what we choose.
Gavin Newsom has been the number 1 or number 2 person in California since 2010, either lieutenant or governor of the state. The aforementioned, he was mayor, governor of San Francisco. You want to talk about, as then why I set it up with the United Van Line suit, the high prices, the high, the low wages and everything, the homeless crisis, people crapping in the streets, using drugs, your kids have to go across drug needles, have to look at people doing the number 2 right in the middle of the sidewalk, has all been brought to you by the aforementioned second wife of Gavin Newsom. Remind you, his first wife is dunking Donald Trump Jr. right now. But
Is what?
I thought I'd get your attention of that. But no, your husband made all this. You made California into what it was, as United Van Line said, the high taxes, the crowded roads, the whole thing, the global warming, the $3 a gallon gas when it's $1.65 in Oklahoma. And North Carolina and practically everywhere else around $2 a gallon. We are the highest gas prices, worst roads, pay the most taxes, pay the most road taxes, everything else. The unemployment fiasco. The rapper song guy that built $1.2 million out of the unemployment deal and wrote a song about it. And all the people that were legitimately getting it are not getting it, but the crooks and the thieves and the dead people are doing this all under your watch. And you have the audacity to make a film like this, The Great American Lie. Should be you and your husband are the Great American Lie. You are the ones that created this. It's the old Hegelism. Create a crisis where it doesn't exist and come in and walk in with a solution. That's what dictators and tyrants do. And that's what they've done with this COVID situation. They've run this thing into the ground. they seen the opportunity to seize power and control and knock you down some more and take away the opportunity that we were taken back. California for 150 years was the land of opportunity. You came here, people came here because you could start with nothing and build it into something, if you went out there and got it and got after it. Now that dream is largely gone. None other than the second richest man in the freaking world, Elon Musk, gave the middle finger to California and moved to Texas. That should say it all. It has and it's because of what you're doing is why we're having this. It's absolutely incredible.
No, I agree with you 100%. Hang on.
Oh. What?
No. How does she not realize that her husband is that... Dang it! That is ruining all of it. I totally set up my thing wrong. But y'all get my point.
Yes, no.
Like that to me, that's like a total slap in the face. Maybe she's making it, I don't know. It's all his fault. Most of it.
Yes. And they're making...
I mean, they can change... He has the power to change all that. Why is she complaining about it?
Yes.
Change it.
No,
Don't make your man happy, so he's not so damn grumpy, and maybe he'll change some crap around here.
Wanted to keep this one in because it was a...
this one makes me sad.
I talk about cell phones all the time. Shop worker 24 electrocuted after charging iPhone falls into her bath. This and that... and basically, and this happened in Russia, but a 24-year-old was in the bath, had her cell phone hooked to the charger next to... If you can't get away from your cell phone while you're taking a bath or charging it, or you think the world is
she had other ulterior motives were happening in that bathtub.
Then don't hook the stupid charger to the thing and have 110 electricity.
Well,
because
she was trying to make her man happy, so it didn't go and ruin the world.
When it falls into your bathtub for whatever you were doing in there, you don't have to worry. This chick doesn't have to worry about anything anymore because now she is at room temperature because it electrocuted you.
Horrible.
So when you're talking, at least, and I don't know, I wouldn't think that a cell phone. We'll have to check this out. I don't think a cell phone without being hooked to the 110 would have enough power to electric. Yeah, we'll have to check that out. See, I mean, I don't know how much power the battery has in one of those things, but I would say it would probably burn the cell phone out before it would electrocute you.
That's what I would think.
If it was not hooked to 110, but when it's hooked to your outlet at the deal and it falls in. That might be the last thing you see on that coming in.
I was shocked to hear that she had passed away.
Wow. and you call me insensitive? Wow.
Is it coffee?
Something.
No, but I'm so serious though, and I know I'm giggling, but I was seriously shocked when you said that she had passed away from that. I would not think that a cell phone plugged in can do that. I mean, you hear the blow dryer stuff, but even that I kind of thought was like a myth. Not that I'd be blow drying my hair in the bathtub. That's just weird. Take it away now.
No, we got a special guest as you've seen on the deal coming up on that aforementioned of that from Janae, which I figured I'd do the name right because I'll probably do it. I'll probably do it wrong on that from Dorry's.
Are we going to a commercial break at all?
Yeah. Well, if you want, I don't know if you. I didn't know if you had one set up for that or not.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you do. So
yeah, and our bumper music that we decided to use today, that I decided to use today, was AJ Smith's beginning and end song. You know what I mean, people. I'm going.
You brought me down for too long. You think I'm hurting, baby, you're wrong. No, I don't want you back. Don't want you back.
Head down tonight to Toyota San Bernardino and go check out all the great cars they have to offer. Located at 765 Showcase Drive, North San Bernardino 92408, and go test drive a car today. Or head on over to toyotasanbernardino.com and check out their lineup online. Don't forget to mention IE Newswire sent ya.
You hurt sometimes and sometimes you hurt me. Then I defend words I don't mean. You sit in silence you start crying. In all my pride, I never wipe.
Here we go, back on that. Hope you enjoy that. We're again, I told you we're going to be start sharpening things up a little bit on the show. We have on the line one of the persons that's most affected by all this hocus pocus that's going on. On top of that, she owns the Dorry's Bar and Grill. I think they got 2 locations, one in Riverside and one down in there south of Corona, and I forget the heck what that.
At Tom's Farms.
Yeah, by Tom's Farms. I'm trying to figure in the Temescal Valleys area somewhere.
There you go.
That I got it. Janae from owner of Dorry's Bar and Grills. Welcome to IE Newswire with Steph Roy.
Hi, thanks a lot. How are you guys doing tonight?
Great. How are you?
Absolutely fabulous.
Good. Thanks for having me on again. I love talking to you guys. I love seeing you guys at the restaurant. I really was hoping that I could just get an opportunity to touch base and really just let the community know everything that's going on with the business owners in Riverside and Riverside County. All of the restaurant owners, as you know, have a different line of defense during this pandemic and this third shutdown that we were forced to endure. A lot of them are standing up and banding together and saying, we're just not going to take this again. We are working really hard to figure out ways to keep our restaurants, viable and open, and we're all banding together and working together to make that happen. So I really wanted to reach out to the entire community in hopes that our community stands together and supports all these small restaurants and keeps them all open.
It is. I mean, it would sadden me just from a personal standpoint, but the effect of our economy, if they bust practically, in which it seems like they're trying to do, all the independent owners of restaurants and stuff of that, we're, not to mention the jobs of that, but me personally, I'm not big on the franchises. I like to go to locally owned,
definitely.
Business establishments. I always think the food is better. You get better service most of the time with that, and most of the people that are employed in a small business or something like that. They're almost become like family. They're not like just a number on a paycheck.
Exactly. I refuse to furlough, lay off, or terminate any of my employees again. As you know, many of us smaller restaurants had to do that the first time around in March. And I just have a question for Newsom. Is he going to come around this time and talk face-to-face to our employees and tell them that this is what's going to happen? Because you know what? He really hasn't been around to the small businesses. He hasn't been around to really be face-to-face with the smaller business owners to really talk to them and, hey, this is what's going on. This is what's happening. All we do is we get notices handed down from the State Department saying that, here we go again. We're shutting our doors and you guys can only do takeout. But that's not really fair. We deserve an explanation. He deserves to have his face in front of our employees and let them know that the bad news is coming. But instead, the business owners are the ones that are delivering the bad news. And again, our hands are tied. There's no money there again for us. The first time around, do you think everyone got the loans? No, there's a lot of restaurants that went without, and there's a lot of restaurants now that are closing their doors because they just can't take this third shutdown.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so as restaurant owners, they're all trying to find a way right now to band together. We are swapping gift cards. We have Santa at our restaurants. They're doing toy drives just in hopes that we can get our community to come in and spend the holidays with us and hopefully spend a little money at our establishment and keep the doors open for all of us.
Exactly.
Speaking of a toy drive.
Ooh, take it away, Roy.
I was hoping you'd get that.
Well, I thought, let's segue into that.
Yeah,
go ahead.
You want me to go ahead and say it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I could.
No, hold on. Okay, so IE Newswire decided to team up with Dorry's. We got confirmation today. And we're also supporting our local fire department in the ABC 7 Spark of Love toy drive. So we will be located December 16th. Right after the show, we're going to head down there, so about 6:30, but we're going to have the box down there a little bit early. I want to try to get it to you this weekend, and that way if people want to come out and donate a toy, to Dorry's in Riverside or join Roy and Steph after the show for our holiday party. We would love all our viewers to come out and support Dorry's, as well as bring a gift for all the families in need, because everybody can use a helping hand this year.
Absolutely. I think this is the year most of all that I can even remember from I don't know how long that this is the year that people need a helping hand,
Yes.
children and families alike. And so if we could all band together and, support on December 16th, that would be awesome. And again, Dorry's will be open and available for everybody who wants to join. And if you could bring a toy for the event, that would be fabulous.
That is, I mean, and
I'm so excited. And thank you so much for opening your doors
Yes.
for everybody like that. That's really
Absolutely.
awesome. I really, really appreciate it.
I think that,
No
and
worries.
especially this year with all the stuff going on,
Right.
Especially those in needs, kids, that, and there are a lot of them just because,
There is.
people have been, down on the
Yep.
finances and everything, are out of work for a long time. Even more this year, there are going to be a lot of kids that are, potentially going to go out without something at Christmas, which would be, they don't understand this, and it's nothing that they did to affect any of this, no matter which way it is.
Exactly.
So I think we should all chip in anywhere we can, and we're trying to do our part, and I hope our big audience comes out there and joins us and brings in lots of toys that we can give, because I know there's going to be a lot of needy kids this Christmas compared to many other years.
Exactly.
And it's going to be it's going to be a fun event, and we're going to give it the old promote the heck out of this, because it is that. And again, it's like that. I mean, and this is my aim to do it, is to keep small. We've all got to band together on this stuff.
Yep.
Small business owners all across the board. Anybody that's that is that they've said, well, you can't open up, but Walmart can sell the exact same thing that you have because maybe they sell Snickers candy bars or something, and you don't.
Right.
That's how arbitrary and discriminatory this whole thing is done, and it's got to stop.
Well, same thing with the politicians all the way up. We've got to stay home, but yet they can be caught outside, at their favorite restaurant dining with all of their friends. How is it fair? It's not equal across the board, and that's the part that bothers me.
It is, and I don't know if you know it, but Newsom has, some wineries and stuff. It's just come out that he's got $3 million in loans, and which can be forgiven if they use them for employees and stuff, or 50-60% of that. Well, in a crisis, he made, and then he takes care of himself.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
Yep. How about he gives some of that money to the really small businesses that need it so they can keep their doors open? Without mentioning names, I can probably count 5 businesses just off the top of my head that are getting ready to close their door any day now because they can't afford to stay open. So all of the big pockets at the top of the politician poll, they need to start handing out some money and start helping keeping these small businesses open.
Yes, and we need to come together, and we need to get back to the way things were. I just read a report that in L.A. County, where all this, and they threw that out, and now Garagos, representing the Restaurant Association, is going after Newsom in the state. But
Good.
Of the COVID spreading of this, it was like 1% of their contract tracing came from restaurants.
Right.
I mean, it was so infinitesimal of the deal, and yet they're putting the crimps on your industry, some of the hardest, and you have some of the least amount of it that they've traced to it, and most of that was in fast food places, and the fast food workers not even the patrons of it. So there has been no science data or evidence to suggest that restaurants are a big part or any significant part in any of this stuff going on. Yet you guys are taking up the brickbats right and left.
We don't know, in our meetings with all the restaurant owners, we don't know where they're gathering their information, because we're in the trenches and we see our customers come in and day out, and we would know if the pandemic originated or, was a major cause of it at the restaurant level, and we just don't see that.
It is. So there, and none other than Dr. Mark Galley, the head of the Health and Human Services of California, basically admitted that in his press conference Tuesday. He said this is about people not seeing each other. We have really no data that shows restaurants are spreading this stuff or like we're doing, but we're just doing it because we can.
Right, and they're just doing it because they can. They're making up their own rules and regulations and information as they go along. So
it's terrible, but we're gonna do our best to support you and businesses like you to try and keep you afloat. And I hope everybody comes out and joins our toy drive on after about 6:30 at Dorry's Bar and Grill on Van Buren there by Washington, right on close to the Washington on that. Yeah. Bring a toy, have some fun. We'll have that going on out there because most of all, we need to keep our small businesses, especially the restaurant industry, done. And even more important, there's going to be a lot of kids that need a toy this weekend and need a little joy at the end of the year, and we all can do our part to help make that happen.
We're looking forward to it, and I can't wait to see you guys on the 16th. I very much appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Janae.
Thank you, Janae.
You're amazing.
Steph.
Totally made my day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a good
All right, I'll talk to you guys soon.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We're going to have Janae on more often, then you get much happier.
I like her. Being stuck with you all the time. I get happy, too. We have Dr. Kelly and Susan Shelley on. And, of course, Cliff Cummings. He's always great. No, but to do these little community events, I love doing them. I think they're great, and I think this year especially.
Yes.
I mean, every year I usually highlight and join with the fire department, and we advertise for the Spark of Love. And this year it's different. They're not doing the stuff a truck like they normally do. They're not having the events or anything gathering outside like they usually do. So I don't know. I kind of took matters into my own hands this year, and we're getting some toys for some kids. It's a great feeling.
Bully for you.
What the hell was that?
That was the old, what was it? Oh, gosh.
Thank you.
Teddy Roosevelt. That's what he used to say.
Right.
Our president from the 1920s. He's on Mount Rushmore, by the way.
Is he? Where's that at? Anyways.
In Hawaii.
Just kidding.
No, actually.
Oh, let's go.
South Dakota.
Oh, okay. I do want to go see that, though. I knew that.
Remember we broadcast the Trump deal from that with Kristi Noem, the governor, and all that.
So join us December 16th down at Dorry's Bar and Grill. We're going to be out there right before the show. I do want to get that box out there this weekend, so that way if you guys want to donate a little bit ahead of time. For the people that are COVID friendly, come out, drop off a toy. You don't need to be around anyone.
Yes.
If you want to wear a mask, we're not going to judge. If you want to run and hide from Roy, I'll make it happen.
Well, don't encourage them. I get enough of that as it is. People say, oh, no, not him again. Lock the doors before he gets there.
Well, we're going together, so.
Of that, no, it's...
No, but I'm really excited. I'm so glad that she's opening the doors for all our viewers,
Yes,
too.
it is,
That's really cool.
and for a very important cause on that.
Yeah.
And you did, and the firefighters do. They do a great job every year, like you say, with the stuff a truck and all that stuff. And that, because of this, that's not going on.
I know, it's hard. And then it's like to think, how many toys would they get just in that one Walmart event that we would do every year? It would fill up an entire huge fire truck. And now they're not doing it this year. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, and so those guys need some help too of doing that on getting that because they're for no fault of their own per se, they're not they're constrained over this because of the whole thing. So we can do our part. All of us individually can do our part to help them out so they can do that because they do a wonderful thing. And it's one thing I usually get, every year I buy a lot, I buy a lot of stuff for, to hand out, And then when it gets like to the last couple of days, because you can do this at any fire station in the state of California, up until Christmas Day, they will take anything, any gift. If you knock on the door, say, hey, here, they'll take a gift and distribute it to a needy child somewhere. So when I get down to the last couple of days, anything I got left, I always take it over to the fire department and say, here you go, distribute it out. So just keep that in mind. Even if you don't get to our event at Dorry's or that, even up into Christmas Day, they will take donations and they will get them distributed somehow, some way.
Yeah, Eric, I don't know if you're still watching. He wrote in on Facebook, any word on Spark of Love donation spots. As he said, any fire station you can donate it to.
Yes.
I'm not sure if they're putting boxes and everything out this year. You want to hear something horrible? Last year, someone stole an entire box of presents.
Oh,
that was outside.
Oh,
of the
no.
the place. And then at another location, somebody went into the box and also took out toys. It's heartbreaking.
The amount of evil that goes on
Yeah, how sad is that?
And, you know, we can go on about that, but I mean, yeah, it does not surprise me. There's blankety blank people that would stoop to that level to steal a toy from a deserving kid.
Exactly. So as we said, any fire station, go ahead and feel free and drop them off. Or join
Yes.
us December 16th. We are also partnering with ABC, well, supporting our local fire department to partner with ABC 7's Sparkle Love event. Hi, Sean.
Hey, guys.
I think
Hi, Stephanie.
Sean might be out there, too.
Yes, maybe
This
Sean.
is your day off.
Yes.
What day?
What?
December 16th. I'll send you the flyer. That'll
Yes.
be great.
We're running a toy drive.
Aha.
And we want you out there to meet all the fine fans to
It's
see
IE
you.
Newswire Christmas party.
Yes, Christmas party. and toy
1
drive
minute. 1 minute. Where's that going to be?
At
Riverside at
Dorry's
Dorry's.
Bar and Grill in Dorry's.
He's in.
Yes.
I can sense, I hear the enthusiasm and excitement. He's so confident. I can't wait to see you, Sean.
It's a,
That awkward silence.
You will be coming back on that. Now, on the flip side of that, we're going to have recording artist, musician, songwriter, AJ Smith.
30 seconds.
Of that coming
For his
up.
new song that dropped today.
Which
Confetti.
was Confetti.
It's a good song.
Yep.
I've listened to it all day. Like way too
No.
much. Did you hear it playing all day?
Yes.
I mean, the kids were dancing to it.
Of that, yeah, it was that.
All right,
Anybody
guys, here
plays
we
the
go.
mandolin in
10
band,
seconds.
my book.
SupplyKing.com.
OEM Supply King. We got it!
IE Newswire Daily is on the air.
The following is a paid program. Views and claims expressed are those of the program producer and are not endorsed by this station.
There's that funky slide guitar music that comes on every Monday through Friday at 5:30 on the Mighty Met, 1490 AM. Broadcasting all over the Inland Empire in the AM band, joining our vast audience on IE Newswire video on Twitch, Facebook, and
on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and share us all over your world. And also don't forget to download the KMT 1490 AM app on your Android and Apple devices.
on a
Freaking awesome
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
We're not
Oh, that,
excited
and it's about to get more awesome on there when we get our special guest up on there. Quick update on the news for those of you joining us on KMET. Supreme Court kicked out the Texas lawsuit that was suing 4 states over. The Supreme Court said Texas did not have an interest or standing in the case, so that's gone. The Electoral College will meet. Looks like Joe Biden's going to be president come January 20th, and that will give us plenty of to talk about in the future on the show. On that.
I'm still crying.
Yeah. Even.
Hey, I was going to play that.
Oh,
What are you
sorry
doing?
about that. No, I was gonna do. No, I thought you were setting up for something else. Go. But no, that was it. We went through. We had we announced our big toy drive coming up at Dorry's Bar and Grill. They're on Van Buren, right by Washington. Wednesday, December 16th. It's after the show at 6:30. We will be there, joining with the fire department and ABC7 on the big toy drive on that, because the fire department can't go out and, like they usually do, stuff a truck and all that stuff. And to support our local restaurant owners like Janae, the owner of Dorry's Bar and Grill, who are just getting kicked in the teeth over this stuff through no fault of their own and no scientific evidence anywhere that shows that restaurants are any big spreaders of this or anything else. Yet they're getting shut down, put on the yo-yo cycle. So it has a two-pronged approach. There are a lot of new kids that are going to go without this just because of the circumstances don't deserve it. So I hope everybody joins us that can. We're going to hopefully have a donation box out at Dorry's on that by the weekend. So if you do just want to drop by and drop off a toy, you can. And keep this in mind, you can go to any fire station in the state of California and drop off a toy. If they're just knock on the door, they will accept it and distribute it to a needy child. And they definitely, we all need to band together in these times. 2 hours special guest coming up. We haven't had him on a long time, but he's got some new music coming out on that. And as I've said, anybody that plays the mandolin and the banjo is a number one in my book. AJ Smith, welcome to IE Newswire with Steph and Roy.
What's up, guys? How are you?
Absolutely fantastic.
As you were saying that, I went over and I grabbed my mandolin. So
there you go. One day we're gonna have to get together, and you're gonna have to do some Bill Monroe and the Bluegrass Boys tunes for me.
Oh, hell yeah!
Yes, that. But no, you just came out with a new song today. Tell us about it.
Yeah, the song is called Confetti. The music video just premiered on Parade Magazine, which is super awesome. Wow. Yeah, they had some really nice things to say about it, which was really cool. I mean, it's cool to see that. At this stage in my career, it's just awesome when people have nice things to say about your music. But yeah, so the song just came out. It's a feel-good one, man. It's if you're looking to celebrate New Year's and the end of this year for the history book.
Nice way of putting it.
Yeah, and then bring on 2021. Goodbye 2020. Let's throw some confetti.
There you go. Yeah, good thought. I mean, we gotta come up with something on this because we can't go along as we're doing, and I mean, it all starts with an attitude change, and we all should, like you say, 2020 is about ready to go in the rearview mirror, and you always think ahead, think optimistic, and think, no matter what happened in there, we'll get through it, and look for brighter days in 2021.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what the song is about too. It's about like sometimes, even if it's not a big victory, sometimes I found myself I need to be able to be better at celebrating the little victories too. Take a moment where that moment like this, where I get to chat with awesome people like you who are so supportive of my career, and be grateful for it and say thanks. I'm so glad. Like, how lucky am I that I get to do stuff like this?
You're about to get into trouble.
No, when I first saw you, when I first found you, I think you were doing covers at that time, and I was like, this kid is going to go so far. Like, I knew it. It's so awesome.
Thanks, Seth.
We've been listening to your song all day long. Roy's been here. We blast it in the house. Me and the kids have been dancing to it. It really is a great song.
Thank you so much, Seth. I appreciate. I mean, I've always loved getting a message from you on Instagram, like whenever I put something out, and it's awesome. So thank you for following, and you're awesome.
I will always stalk you, AJ. I promise.
Wow, of that. No, you were about to get into trouble because you were halfway giving me a backhanded compliment, which usually brings the ire of this one sitting to my left.
Were you able to do that?
She's trying to bypass that. No, go ahead.
AJ, were you able to do that one thing we talked about?
I didn't have time to officially write something, but I'm going to come up with something.
All right. Let's do it.
All right, I was going to do it on my mandolin, but it's pretty out of tune, and I don't want to make your listeners listen to the mandolin.
No, it'd be like probably if I attempted to play
I
it.
bugged and harassed AJ to write you a song.
Wow.
That was my big surprise.
That was your big surprise?
Yeah. He's probably sick of me by now.
So I gotta pull up. So I did some investigative messaging with Steph.
Yeah.
And
Last
I
night.
got some.
Hey,
all right.
You got it?
Let's see. All right. Hey, Roy, pick a key from A to G. Give me a key.
Start with A. A's a good one.
A is a beautiful one. You like major or minor, man?
Minor.
Aha. Boy, such a cool boy, and he's all wise. Boy, boy. This kind of guy you can't help but love. He's so cool. Oh, makes me the bluegrass. Oh, give it up, boy, 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 boy.
So, yes, absolutely fantastic
Now I'm
level.
jealous. Now I want a song.
Yes, next time you come on, you have to do ones for Steph. But now I want to say this: do I get half the royalties off this song?
Off of that one?
It was my request, and I harassed him.
I feel like you got to split that 50% with Steph.
She'll get she'll get mine and her 50%.
This is why we're friends.
So no, that's fantastic. That reminds. I don't know if you're probably too young, but Mac Davis was a very famous singer-songwriter, kind of like yourself on that. But he used to do like a 1-hour variety show. And he used to do that, like impromptu songs. People in the that's back when they had like a lot. It was live on tape, but they had live audiences doing the show. So the audience would do that and come up with that. And this one sticks in my head. Someone in the audience came out and said, "Do a song called or with the word suspender bender in it." And he come up with it, and basically he comes up and he says, "This lady was a real suspender bender." And I mean, I just cracked up like nobody's business the way he did that. But that kind of reminds me, you must have that kind of talent, because he could do that. He could just, people in the audience would give him like a couple of words like that, and then he would make up a song in the show out of that, which is an absolute, very rare talent to have.
Oh man, that's it's funny that you mentioned, because that's actually something that I do, and I now I want to go and look up and see if there's any videos of like older videos of him doing that or something, like, because I do that at shows. I always leave one song that is a song on my set list that I write then and there, and I ask people for a key. I ask them if they want it fast or slow. What kind of style are we going? Blues? Are we going bluegrass? Or are we going? I mean, I've done a hip hop song before.
Oh no way.
Yeah.
I gotta hear that one.
So, hey, next time.
Oh, the song you do for Stephanie, it's got to be in hip hop.
Wow.
There you go. Steph, I'm gonna rap for you next time.
Yes.
Get ready for it.
There you go. Yo, that'll be fun.
That's some seriously good talent. I try to come up with stuff all the time when I'm on the show with this guy, and I'm blank.
I have that effect on people. Well, what the trick is, it's just like you walk around all day, every day. You walk by a dog, you're like, "There's a dog on the street. I wonder if it wants to meet me." And you just dumb stuff like that. You get all the bad ideas out, and then when you get on air,
oh man, I'm full of those.
Yeah,
I've never written any songs, but I've done like parody songs of stuff. And the last one I did, I gave Steph a couple of bars of it on that. It was a Maddie and Tay song that I rewrote on that. Someday, someday I'm going to have to do that.
We can't do that on air.
Yeah, oh yes, we will. Someday we'll do that. So that it is fun, but. No, I've never had the talent to do that. I've rewrite somebody's song in a parody and do it, but I've never had that kind of talent to just come up with something original like that.
Parodies are fun too, man. Did you guys, Steph? Did you see any of our lockdown parodies or like quarantine parodies that I did with my girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a couple.
Well, you might get a kick out of those.
Yes,
too.
and you're hiding those.
Send me some lyrics and ideas. Maybe I could record one.
Yeah.
One of yours.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool.
There you go.
I'll send them to you. They was cute. I like the mask one. That one was cute.
Oh,
I think that was like the very first lockdown. You two went out and were dancing around in New York.
We did Lockdown Life based off of Annie.
That one.
It's the lockdown life for us. But yeah, Roy, I would love to hear, even if it's not radio appropriate. I'd like to hear it.
No, it is. I mean, it's the Girl in My Country song. If you want to go listen to Maddie and Tay doing "I'm the Girl in My Country" song, and then I wrote a parody on it of exactly what guys are really thinking on that, just kind of like a opposite of that on that, and it's
It was offensive.
No, it's not offensive. There's no bad language in it. Nothing.
No, it was offensive to me.
Yes, I know. No, I. The only reason I've hesitated to ever do it out in public because I know the smart half of the population is going to start throwing tomatoes and fruits and stuff at me on that. But it's all in good fun.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Have you seen that? What was that SNL? I forget who it was that was in it. Not Chris Farley. It was another like classic one where it's like, what's the person really thinking? Like this is like an older one too. I can't think. I'll think of it tomorrow.
That's too late.
It'll come to you in the middle of the night right before you go to bed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun to do that. And I do that, and even though I am a absolute terrible singer per se, it helps me like doing this job just to sing along with songs or just sing songs a cappella or, 3 chords on the guitar like I can know or something, because it gives you that voice practice of going and doing that and smoothing and doing impromptu stuff and stuff. So even if I've always encouraged people to sing along with songs or stuff, even if you don't sound good, it will help you in your communication skills and stuff, because to try and carry a tune or do that or try to remember a song, to me, it's helped me a lot doing this and other things like that and being a better communicator.
Sure. Yeah, no, I think I agree with that 100%.
So
gives people more confidence too, just
yes.
Get up. You can sing, you can get up and you can get in front of people and you can give a presentation.
It is, and that's kind of what I've said is, even though if you're bad on it or stuff and you
At
do
least
it,
you do it.
but it gives you that, and it gets you relaxing when you're in front of that situation or stuff, and like you say, you have the confidence to do it because you can learn how to make fun of yourself and work your way out of bad situations when you get into, or if you misstep or something, you don't get keyed up.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you those tools to know how to maneuver that stuff around. So doing things like you got, you songwriters, singers, and musicians that are uber talented at this stuff, provide a lot of good service or stuff to that a lot of us that aren't as talented could utilize in our daily lives if we just pick it up a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. Because like I haven't only had to do music jobs, musicians have. Like it's not just music jobs that I've had to do, and I feel like in between things I've had to go and do other jobs, and I felt more confident doing those. I always joke that being a musician, you're basically having to be a CEO of your own little company. You're managing so many different divisions, whether it's entertainment and touring, and then you're doing bookkeeping. You're having to learn web development skills in order to update your website and manage teams. And now I have a manager, and I have a management team, and I have a publicist, and I have all these different arms and legs that need to be able to talk and communicate with each other, and it's wild learning how to develop the skills to keep everybody moving in the right direction. And I love my team; they're all amazing. And I don't know, I don't know if there was an end to that point.
There you go. No, I like. Go. You have something?
No, I was just saying it sounds overwhelming.
No, and I'd like to go that direction.
But in a good way.
Because you actually are, from reading your bios and stuff, you actually had, you learned electronic skills and stuff and working with stuff like that outside of the music industry. But explain to how doing that helped you refine your product and invent, come up with new stuff for music and stuff. Give people a little bit of background on that.
Yeah, my first internship was with the U.S. Navy at the research lab in D.C., and then my first job had nothing to do with music. I ended up getting invited on as an engineer, building infrared sensors and stuff for the Navy. And, I think there was a lot of that where there's discipline. There was being able to articulate, okay, what's the goal of this project? How are we going to do that? How are we going to spend, the grant money that we have for this research in order to make sure that we're allocating everything properly and all of that kind of stuff. And then that turns into learning how to do computer programming and code and like that kind of stuff. And then in music, simultaneously, I was at NYU and I was learning, electronic music, and I was learning how to build synthesizers and take some of that electrical engineering and apply it there, from infrared sensors to, synthesizers, to then building out, different things in terms of code, in terms of, writing and programming music. And, it ended up kind of from a holistic perspective of just giving me the project management skills and the discipline to actually see a project through, to then also the literal coding skills that you kind of need in today's music business. At least when you're working with, and I built my whole rig where I can, and I coded it where I can loop all of my instruments together in a really cool, innovative way. So then that way, it has worked for COVID when I can't get together with my band. I can be my own band. But I'm actually getting together with my band. I haven't announced this show yet, but we're all going to get COVID tested for New Year's Eve on the 30th.
Ooh.
And we're getting together at a venue in New York City. It's going to be completely COVID safe, and we're going to live stream the event and sell tickets in order to raise money to keep the venue open and like that kind of stuff. So
how cool!
Yeah.
That's why it
I'll
pays
be
to
announcing
listen
that on
to.
Tuesday.
Yeah, that's why it pays to listen to the show because now you get some breaking news. That,
Roy, get us tickets to New York. Let's go see AJ. Yeah, I thought I'd try.
Well,
It was worth it.
yeah, if they would let it,
Bring your
yeah.
negative COVID test to the door.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah, I could see how that's going to work out with Roy, based on my previous experiences out here with that on that. But no, and that's why I wanted people to hear that story, because you probably, when you were working on the infrared sensors at the for the military and stuff, you probably never dreamed that how it would benefit you later on, or where you wanted to pursue the music career and being able to wire all the stuff up and make it happen and da-da-da-da. That gave you the background knowledge to be able to expand that or use those tools to further your music career.
Yeah. I mean, my parents always taught me to do your best at everything you do, because you never know how it's all going to connect together.
That's good advice.
Yeah, and that is, and sometimes you might think that what you're doing is boring, or that, if you're in school or doing a job that you're thinking is boring or something. But if you really apply yourself to stuff and learn, even though that, you don't know when that is, it may not pay off today, it may not pay off next week, but 5 years down the line, you're going to say, boy, I was glad I did that, because now I'm doing something that I really wanted to do. And now I'm able to conquer it where other people can't.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that.
On that. So now that I'm obligated on flights and stuff like that.
Hey, I thought I'd throw it out there.
On that, that was an interesting flip in there. But on that, so so you're actually, well, and I mean, maybe this is a sign coming up for that. You're getting your band back together. At least you're starting the process of doing live events on that, and we hope that continues in 2021 and all that stuff, and we wish you the best of luck. And maybe after you do your show there on that, or New Year's or something, we'll
really quick, Stephen writes in on Facebook, I'm struggling to feel the Christmas spirit. Does AJ know the song Where Are You Christmas? What song is that?
Where are you Christmas? There you go.
There you go. Yeah, you got it. See now you got a job doing the show tunes for IE Newswire.
Sweet, you can do all our bumpers.
You're a good sports, AJ. Thanks for being on.
Thank you, AJ.
We really appreciate it.
Thank you all so much. And if I don't talk to you between now and the New Year's, then Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, all of that good stuff. Have a wonderful holiday.
You got it. You too.
Start working on the song, please.
Keep screaming confetti on Monday.
You got it.
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
That was AJ Smith, the singer-songwriter, up and coming on that, and a really talented guy.
Very. I'm going to play this thing really quick.
Of that. Go ahead.
I was trying to segue into it, but it didn't work out.
There could just be one cloud in the sky, and I would find it. So caught up in what I'm not, I miss the strike of.
There you go. There's a little bit of AJ Smith and Confetti, the song
love
that
it.
Stephanie has been playing all day today.
I have been. It's a great song. He also has a confetti filter on Instagram. He has his own filter to go with this brand new song that just dropped. How cool is that?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you got your own song.
I got my own song.
I was texting him last night while we were sitting here.
Thank you for pestering him enough to get him to because he wouldn't have done that any other way. I guarantee you that.
But go check out his new song, Confetti.
I'm curious to
Spotify.
see how the hip hop Stephanie song comes out.
I know, me too. AJ, if you're still listening, If you're not, I'm going to send this to you anyways. I'm looking forward to my song.
If you don't want to be stalked and
I'm still going to stalk him no matter what.
I don't doubt that. No, he's a really cool guy. And,
no, he is. He's awesome. And like I said, when I first found him on, I believe it was on Instagram, he was barely, I mean, he wasn't barely starting, but he was doing covers. He had written a couple songs. Right. We had him on. This is the third song that he's dropped that we've had him on.
Yes.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now he's like in Parade Magazine. He's got millions of followers.
That was like...
He's going to be on the radio, like music radio, getting Grammys, or not Grammys. What do they get for the music?
Oh, Grammys are part of the music.
Is it?
Yes.
Grammys, all kinds of stuff. Watch. He's going places. I know it. Should have been his manager. Damn it.
No, it's.
I'm proud of you, AJ. Keep
wish
going.
him well on and much success in the future on that, and and that's why I pointed it out on that. And not only is he a great songwriter, singer. I mean, he's invented or come up with a lot of stuff musically and putting together stuff and adding that. And that's why I wanted him to tell that story. Because of that, and and about the singing and the confidence, and like I've told if there's one thing I can give anybody, that would be, and I've said it many times, is confidence. Because if you have confidence, you it's amazing the brick walls you can knock down if you have if you just set your mind to it and say come hell or high water, I'm going to do it.
Right.
And that you don't necessarily have to be the most talented or you don't have to have Elon Musk side. You're going to do it, then you make it happen. And if you have the confidence and enough to do it, the odds increase exponentially that it will.
Exactly. And he's just awesome too because he's done most of this himself. He didn't go in and have somebody write his songs. You know how most artists are great too, but he's like original.
Yeah. No,
he has a totally different voice, totally different style about him.
No, songwriting is very difficult.
No, I know.
It's even, and I kind of joke about it that I've done parody songs, but it's difficult enough to do them, but you're just basically kind of rewriting what somebody else did. Right. So, you got like a template to do it. To start from a bare scratch piece of paper and write a song, it's like anything else. It seems simple, but when you do that, it is. It's just like tomorrow night out at Paris Raceway. It looks really easy to ride them speedway bikes around that track. When you sit on the seat and grab the throttle of that 500cc monster with no brakes and go out there and attempt to ride it, it's a whole nother world of that. It looks really easy when guys like Aaron Fox, who we've had on, Brock Nickel, Max Rummel, and them guys. It looks easy, but believe me, that takes a very, very, very special talent, like singing and songwriting, and doesn't take much talent to be a radio talk show host. So
no, it does. I'm still learning. You can talk about nothing though. Make sure you go and check out AJ Smith's brand new song, Confetti. I believe it's on Spotify. You can pre-save it or go over to parade.com, and the YouTube video is in there as well.
Till Monday, we're gone.
The proceeding was